Really into cashews, almonds. Always talking about getting his nut. Anywho, Rip Eazy-E. Yeah, listen, if you enjoy nuts, and I think that we all do, I don't think there's an allergy among us.
I don't have nut allergies. I just have, like, seasonal allergies.
Meaning what?
Like hay fever. Or hay fever.
Oh, yeah, you mean allergies in general. Yeah, not pertaining to National Nut Day.
He is allergic to winter and sometimes spring. That's his seasonal allergy.
He's more of a summer-fall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fall's great.
Fall's very great. Big fall guy.
Mm-hmm. Like Ryan Gosling. Or Lee Majors.
Correct.
Yep. I started watching that, and I thought it was about a guy who was really into autumn. And then I remembered, oh, no, I used to watch this show when I was a kid. This reminds me, by the way, of the conversation we were having earlier about Brian going over the nutritional value of foods now with a fine-toothed comb. Mm-hmm. Because there's a great disparity in how healthy different nuts are. I think by this time, most people know your walnuts, your pistachios, your almonds, pretty good. I love cashews. And peanuts, but there's a lot of fat in those, you know.
I don't like peanuts.
Huh?
I don't like peanuts.
You don't like
really
peanuts?
Have. Just by themselves? I don't know. Kind of overrated.
Love
what about
peanuts.
Like a honey roasted peanut?
No, I don't really like
That's
peanuts.
a lot of sugar, though. I'm talking about
Shut up.
See, this is what I'm
no,
saying.
they taste good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
we're not talking about how we're talking about how they taste. Talk about why we like them, and honey roasted peanut tastes good.
Right, but they don't grow
sugar. Yeah, I know
they
that.
don't grow in nature as honey roasted. I was talking
I know,
about.
That's why I added the demarcation of honey roasted to try and see if maybe Mary doesn't like a plain peanut.
I
but
see.
when adding honey and a roast, it sweetens the deal.
I guess I was still thinking along the lines of the nutritional value.
Do you think?
No one is thinking about that.
Do you
really,
think
you're not? I was.
Shut up. Do you think perhaps the reason you don't like peanuts that much is because you've always eaten them with the shell?
No, I don't do that much anymore.
Okay.
You guys told me it was bad, and so I stopped.
I'll tell you who's making it.
Listened once.
I'll tell you who's making a good nut right now. Planters makes these plastic jars of, I'm not sure, I think they're just called Sweet and Spicy. And they are as advertised. They're hot nuts. But they're also spicy, too. They're sweet and spicy and everything in between. So while you're thinking of National Nut Day, I'm surprised how many people said they like pistachios.
I love them.
I love them, too.
Yeah.
Love pistachios.
Don't eat the shells on those, though.
No, that one's too hard. That'll break your tooth off.
If you try one of them, you'll never try another. Selling nuts, hot nuts.
Now, I don't care for macadamia nuts. I've seen people eat them like out of the jar, those Mauna Loa macadamia nuts. First of all, they're expensive as balls, and I'm like, no thanks.
I like a macadamia nut, but it's also one that you're not going to, like, you're not eating a jar of them. Like, within a mixed nut situation, you get a macadamia nut, oh, okay. I'll eat one or two of these. You don't want to eat, like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They sell them in jars.
Oh, I
like
know,
people,
I just don't got that kind of money.
Right.
That should be behind the glass at CVS.
Lock up your jerky and your macadamia nuts.
Mm-hmm. Your precious nuts.
And what about chestnuts? Roasting.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Isn't a chestnut like a walnut?
Like roasted over an open fire?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever, or I probably have. I just don't think it's a great nut.
When I eat too many walnuts, my mouth gets itchy.
That's probably.
I don't know
allergies.
if that's an allergy thing, because then I would feel like I'd be allergic to, like, nut allergies are deadly.
Yes, my son has a peanut allergy.
It just makes, like, my mouth itch sometimes. Only walnuts, though.
Now, is a coconut considered a nut?
Anthony Anderson, I saw a video of him telling a story about going out to dinner with DMX and DMX powering through his allergies to eat shrimp.
Oh, my God.
His face blowing up.
He's like trying to scratch the inner part of his ear with a steak knife, and Anthony Anderson had to stop him. He was trying to scratch his ear with a steak knife because he was all itchy from eating shrimp. He's like, I just love the shrimp. I got to eat it.
One of my favorites, and I just saw it the other day, and Nora and I were watching The Simpsons. And it's one of my, I just love the billion bone-dry Easter egg throwaway jokes in The Simpsons that if you don't get it, you miss it. And because they're always drilling down on how old Mr. Burns is. So his language is old and he's answering the phone, oh, hoy, hoy. And, you know, yeah. And there's a scene where he's recuperating and he asks Smithers to bring him some Spanish peanuts. And he goes, peel it. Which is so, like, it's just there and gone, and most people might not even get it, but I mean...
It doesn't say peel, it says skin.
A skin off. Yeah, the whole point of a Spanish peanut is the skin.
Yeah.
And he asks him to skin his Spanish peanuts. It's so
skin.
dumb and so... Skin. And, yeah. Alan Blink twice sucked.
Was that a man?
The twist was the only cool part.
That was the main part.
The twist was the main part.
Yes.
So then not a twist.
Well, no, but it like the movie hinged on the twist.
Right. How far into the film does that show up?
Half.
Halfway through. Okay. I forgot about that movie. Now that you mention it, I did want to see it at the time because Zoe Kravitz directed it.
I liked it a lot.
And that's how she got Channing Tatum in the movie because that's her fiance or
well, he's also in a lot of movies.
maybe husband now. I guess, but it's like other than Deadpool, I mean, I don't recall the last movie he was in.
Channing Tatum?
Yeah, it felt like he was maybe taking a break, or am I misremembering that?
Yeah,
I mean, he did. They did
doing
like
something.
a Magic Mike 3 that wasn't that long ago.
They've done a lot of Magic Mikes.
Okay.
And I feel like he did some more dramatic roles. Didn't he do that Sandra
Fly
Bullock
Me to the
movie?
Moon. Fly Me to the Moon. He did 3 movies this year.
He did a movie with a dog. I know that. I saw the trailer for that.
Bullet
Fly Me to the
Train,
Moon.
The Lost City.
Bullet Train was
Free
good.
Guy.
Bullet Train was real good.
He's in the Lego movies.
Okay, well, then maybe he's not on my radar, I guess. But I thought maybe he was taking a minute.
He hasn't missed a single year except 2020. He's had multiple movies come out in most years.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Here's the dog movie. It's called Dog. I guess by the time you
talked to me about the movie Dog's Purpose, which is the
Dennis Quaid.
I've still never seen it, but I just know it's the movie where the dog, like they're like, hey, you know how you hate when dogs die in movies? What if that was the whole movie? It's the dog dying again and again and again, but it keeps finding its way back to like the same owner. So it's like this. It's supposed to be real cute and stuff, and people are saying that they do it well, but I can't go through 6 dog deaths in one movie.
Well, that was the movie, too, that everybody was getting pissed off about because I guess somebody had posted footage online from the set. Remember that?
It, yeah.
And there's like dogs they have in water, and they're clearly trying to get out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
But you're working with animals. I mean, you gotta
make the scenes look real.
Yeah. You might have somebody from, the Humane Society on the set. But, well, what are you going to do? Let me give you this money. It's $1,000. Last keyword you will get today. It'll start all over again tomorrow morning with RMG. But it's $1,000 from the Buzzard Bookie. So I hope you win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Money. That's money. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
I'm trying to get Alex Van Halen on the show. He's got his memoir. It's called Brothers, and it's out. And I have a deep and abiding love for Van Halen. The sun rose and set for me with Van Halen as a kid when I started playing the drums. And before I discovered Metallica, my whole life was about Van Halen. And of course, Eddie Van Halen has been gone for a while now, but Alex, his brother, posted the very last song that the two of them did. It was a 6-minute instrumental between us two. And I guess it's part of the audiobook of his memoir that is out now. We just had the 5th anniversary of Eddie Van Halen's death a few weeks back. But I'm trying very diligently to try to get Alex Van Halen on his book tour on the show.
Did you text him?
Did I text him?
Yep.
No.
Well, have you thought about texting him?
Why?
I'm just asking. That'd probably be the quickest way to get a hold of him.
Well, I hit his people up.
Oh, well. Ugh.
They're doing a tour. They're doing a book tour.
Dude. Lame. Just
I don't have Alex Van Halen's phone number.
I think you should.
Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Charlie Puth is here right now. You want me to ask him if he knows him?
No, that's okay.
Okay. All right.
What's Charlie Puth doing there?
I don't know, singing.
Oh.
Effing around on a keyboard.
That Charlie Puth. I don't know his music either. I know the name. I know what he looks like. I hear people talking about him.
I remember when he came into Kiss.
Yeah, but I don't know his music.
I don't know him. Yeah.
We don't talk anymore. We don't talk
Is he like Is he like an Ed Sheeran type?
Kind of, yeah.
We don't talk anymore.
I sound
Okay.
just like him.
Got it. I'll tell you what. You kind of did. I wasn't
know I
expecting
did.
him to sound exactly like you.
We don't
I thought you were just making it your own.
And then
Talk anymore.
I'm not kidding. And then I think the one I remember the most was from years ago now, where it was "Let's Marvin Gaye and Get It On," and it sampled the "Let's Get It
Let's
On."
Marvin Gaye and get it on.
Guys, I sound just like him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what his
I like
biggest
that
one
his
is?
song, or is all of his songs cold opens?
Yeah, the one that you might know is the "I'm Only One Call Away."
Nope.
It's called "One Call Away."
I'm only one call away.
Nope. I've never heard these
I think
songs
that
before.
one was in one of the Fast and Furious movies after what's his name died.
That explains why I don't know it. I only watch those when they have The Rock, Mary, and Chris
He was in that one.
Ludacris Bridges.
I'm
Yeah,
just letting you
they're in
know.
those.
I'm sorry. I only watch Tokyo Drift, all right? That is the preeminent Fast and
Neither
Furious
of those
film.
guys are in that one.
Huh?
Neither of those guys are in that one.
Well. So
Yeah,
anyway.
I think that "One Call Away" was the one that kind of blew him up a little bit after, because I think they did like a tribute or something to this song. What year did he die? Was it around 2016?
Charlie Puth is still alive.
No, I know he's here.
You mean Paul Walker?
Yeah.
I thought he'd been dead longer than that. Paul Walker died
He
in
died
2013. Yeah, he'd be 51 years old in a
November
couple of
30th.
weeks.
Born 5 days after me.
How about that? Oh, that Paul Walker. He drove into a tree, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Oh,
bummer.
no, it was "See You Again" by Wiz Khalifa. That was
You
the
confused
tribute.
Charlie Puth with Wiz Khalifa?
Charlie Puth is in that song. It's been a long... Charlie Puth does this intro part.
It's been a long.
Oh, I've heard that song.
Yeah, that's Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth. That
Oh,
was the
okay.
one, that was the one that was for Paul Walker.
Is Charlie Puth British?
I don't know.
Oh. That sounds like a British name. Puth.
American singer-songwriter.
Oh. He's an American Puth. All right. Charles Otto Puth Jr.
From Rumson,
from
New
Rumson,
Jersey.
New Jersey. All right. He's got a hot wife. Well, good for him. Okay. Yeah, I've seen his face and I hear the name, like, you know, I'm familiar with the name, just didn't know any of the music.
Go ask him if he wants to take over for you.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie, what do you got going on in 2025?
I have my shoes off. You think I should just walk there barefoot?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis Duran's here, too. I'll be like, "Hey, Charlie, you want to take my spot?" Also, Elvis, looking for a job. No shoes, no makeup. Wandering around the halls. Nobody knows I'm here.
Hey, y'all. Ron from Talmadge. I had an Alan Cox Show moment recently. So I bought tickets to the Dane Cook show that's coming up this Thursday. But I'm not really thrilled to see Dane Cook because the age gap of him and his new wife creeps me out. But his opener is Adam Mamawala. Well worth the ticket price. So I'm going to go see the opener and then dip out like Alan Cox. Later.
Wow, at a comedy show.
Mhm.
Who's Adam Momawala?
Mamawala. He's
Adam
super funny.
Mamawala.
Yeah, he's a comic here in New York. Very nice dude, really funny, like just a New York workhorse. I don't know how well known he is all over the country, but he's very good. He's really, really kind too.
Well, listen, Dane Cook's wife is very young, but they're both grown adults. And big deal. She's 26 years younger than he is. And they've been married for about 13 months. And I think they live in Hawaii.
26 years younger?
She's 26 years his junior, yeah.
Ooh, boy.
And Dane Cook is my age. He's 52. There's no way to know.
Sounds like one of those math problems on an IQ test. If Dane is twice the age of his new bride, and they've been married 13 months, how old will she be when he's 80?
Right.
How many tickets will he have to sell to continue to keep his wife happy?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that was like a modern day Seinfeld situation that people were talking about. But
Yeah.
no big deal. She's a fitness instructor. And they started dating 7 years ago.
That seems
She
wrong.
was 19.
She
yeah.
was 19,
Okay.
yes. She was 19 years old and he was 45 years old. Big deal. Now, the only problem is she's not going to get any of your references. Like, references are a big deal, at least to me. I like references. I speak a lot in references. And when people don't get them, it doesn't make them feel young or too young. It makes you feel 100 years old. It only works one way, when people aren't getting the references.
So she's 26 right now.
She is 26 right now, yes.
21 years ago, Dane Cook's first album came out.
Mm-hmm.
His first album came out when she was 5.
Hey, whatever.
Well, they're both had to adhere to harmful if swallowed.
Yeah. Imagine if he passed her, not knowing each other. He looked at that kid and he's like, someday I'm going to marry that baby. I'm going to marry that second grader. Listen, life takes you on some crazy journeys, right? I mean, how big of a gap is too big of a gap? They're in love.
26 years is big, but like you said, if you're making it work, you're making it work.
And it's not like she got him when he was supernova Dane Cook. She got him when he was broke Dane Cook because his brother-in-law stole all his money.
He's not broke.
I mean,
he was never broke. He
he's
just
not as rich as he was.
Okay,
but
well,
he's
to people who
still-
are to people who have not broke to us, but when people who have a ton of money talk about being broke, they're like, I'm down to my last $2 million.
I mean, he's still got enough to live in Hawaii and sells out theaters all over everywhere.
Yeah, but he's
You know
got
what I mean?
he has to pay for the booking.
Yes, but he's also probably making $100,000 a show.
I know.
I'm just on ticket sales, and that's lowballing,
Yeah.
not including merch. And
I don't know if
VIPs
he's
and
selling
meet
that
and
well
greets.
these days, though.
Well, he's doing the Akron Civic Theater. It's not like he's doing the Romo Fijo.
Right.
Yeah, but
Back
I'm
in the
sure-
day, he was,
Yeah, well.
And
I
Ron there
got
is,
an email today saying, "Hey, if you want to go see Dane Cook, we got tickets for free." So.
and Ron there is going to see Adam Romo Fijo, whoever's open for him.
Mama Walla.
Mama Pama.
Yep, Mama Papa.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Mama Papa.
I mean, they're saying that, of course, these are always super accurate, but $35 million is his net worth, is what the internet says.
Yeah, his half-brother and his half-brother's wife embezzled $12 million from him. Now, that was 15 years ago, but he really had to get it. If you ever heard him talk about it, he's like, they took most of my money. You know? Yeah, that sucks. I'm going to break here. Want to send me a text, 35192. You can watch if you want, Alan Cox Show YouTube channel. Get it there. And anywhere you are, you can listen on the iHeartRadio app.
This football season, bet with house money.